Saints Giants review, recap. Our God is an awesome God who reigns from heaven above. We did it. We did it. We did it. What a game, what a day, what a win, what a life. Ladies and gentlemen, be proud of yourself, Saints fans. You worked hard for this one. I'll tell you that. We're sitting in the dome, and, I sit around the same people every week, every game, for years now. And everyone, just the sigh of relief, the weight off of the shoulders when that clock hit zero was indescribable. I mean, we worked hard for it. Watching this team every week, going through the offseason, going through everything, getting that first win. Kellen Moore's first win as a head coach, Spencer Rattler's first win as a quarterback. Just unbelievable. Unreal. It feels good. We're 1-4, just like everyone expected us to be. We have the same record as the Ravens, but it's a good 1-4. And I'll tell you this, there is a lot the Saints have to clean up moving forward. Even in this game, there is a lot that the Saints have to check out on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday and Friday and be better at. But as of right now, as of today, the Saints won the football game. And we have not been able to say that since last year. It's been, 5 home games, 2 preseason home games. So 7 games leaving that dome with a loss. Whew. It feels good. It feels very, very good. Real quick before we get into the actual recap, the roughing the passer against Carl Granderson probably is the worst roughing the passer call in the history of the NFL. Didn't lead with his head, didn't take him to the ground, didn't wrap up, didn't land on his body weight, didn't sling him to the ground, just did everything he could do to not get a penalty, got a penalty. The referees, I thought, were horrible, especially early on. The pass interference was ridiculous. Again, a third down, stop that gets extended. Then the catch / fumble. How is that a catch? I mean, you got to catch the ball through the ground, whatever. And then it's like, well, his knee was down. It's like, it doesn't matter. His knee's down. You have to go through the ground for the catch. So I didn't understand what the hell was going on with that. And then obviously, the Giants score. The Saints have a horrible first possession. So the first 7-8 minutes was just terrible, and it was some befuddling football, really bad football. Our first possession was awful, and when it was 14-3, I'm sitting there, I'm thinking, I got to paint my face. I got to paint my face like a damn circus clown on YouTube, because all week long I've been saying the Saints are going to win this game. I guarantee the Saints win this game. All week long, I sat there in front of you, in front of God and everybody, and I said, take Kendre Miller's rushing yards. I said, take Kendre Miller's carries. I said, take Spencer Rattler's carries. I said, take Spencer Rattler's yards. I said, take Spencer Rattler's longest yard of 9.5. I said, take Chris Olave's receptions. I said, take Rashid Shaheed's receptions. I said, take Cam Scadaboo's receptions. Take Cam Scadaboo's receiving yards. So if you watched the betting preview, you would have swept this game. Oh, and you also would have taken the New Orleans Saints. So congratulations on your monies and cashing those tickets. We had this figured out. But I thought, I'm going to have to paint my face like a damn bozo the clown and get on YouTube. And then exactly what we've been saying the Saints needed happened. They need turnovers. They have got to get a break when it comes to the way they play defense, the way they play offense, the way these games have gone. We do the box scores every week through the NFL. The biggest determining factor for a win is turnovers. You win the turnover battle, you win the game 70% of the time. The Saints had to have that. They had to have it. They could not keep playing these super tight, super intense, pressurized games. They needed a break here and there, and they got 5 of them. +5 in the turnover battle with a defensive / special teams touchdown. I mean, that's as good as you can ask for. Something else that I want you to pay attention to. We talked about this week earlier. Spencer Rattler sacked 0 times. Think about how good that pass rush is. Think about how elite that defensive line is. Not a single sack on Spencer Rattler. And it ain't 1995 anymore. It is not just good defensive line, nothing you can do. Now you can scheme, you can do all kind of stuff to try and manage it. The game plan, beautiful. The game plan, amazing in eliminating the defensive line. I didn't even know Abdul Carter and Brian Burns and Dexter Lawrence, I didn't even know they got off the plane. Okay. Let's go through the actual box score. First downs, 23-18. Third downs, for the second consecutive week, we hold our opponent to 3 for 10 on third down. So third down defense has gotten way better. 3 for 5 on fourth downs, crazy. 7 for 15 were the Saints. 70 total plays for the Giants, 61 for the Saints. 332 yards for the Saints, 335 for the Giants. The Saints win YPP 5.4 to 4.8. Passing 244 to 199. Yards per pass 4.9 to 7.9. Obviously, the big play to Shaheed's going to help that out a lot. Rushing, I was surprised at how bad we were early on running the football. But we run 88 yards, 30 attempts for a 2.9 average. The Giants have 136 yards rushing. Most of that Jaxson Dart, 29, or a majority of that Jaxson Dart scrambles. 29 rushing attempts for a 4.7 yards per rush. Red zone 0 for 3. Blake Griffey missed 2 field goals. The Saints also 7 penalties. The Giants 8 penalties. Do not respect Brian Daboll, confirmed. As far as like what the Saints have to get better at, it's this. It's the red zone. It's the 0 for 3. The Saints cannot rely on 2-yard runs for touchdowns. They can't rely on every touchdown being a 1, 2, 3-yard run. They got to figure out what it's going to look like for them to score from 15 out. That's where they have to really evolve. I like what they do running the football. I like what they do throwing the football in the middle of the field. I like how Kellen Moore has his offense plan. But it's not really conducive to within 10 to 15 yards of the end zone. Because Chris Olave, Rashid Shaheed aren't really red zone threats. That's where they got to get better for this offense. You know, this game, when you're +5 in turnovers and you win the YPP, you probably should win by 20-ish. But when you're 0 for 3 in the red zone and miss 2 field goals, you know, that's what happens, right? So, and then if you look at the box score, I thought this was one of the best games Spencer Rattler's played. He was 21 for 31, 225 yards with the deep ball to Shaheed. Ran the ball really well, 6 carries, 21 yards. Ran when he had to. Did what he had to. Kendra looked fine, especially at the end of the game. 10 carries, 41 yards. Alvin Kamara, 8 carries, 27 yards. I'm not saying Kendra Miller is the running back of the future, but I think there's definitely a shift in the usage of Kamara. And moving forward, if you see Alvin's rushing attempts at like 16, 17, like this game, he was 16 and a half. I think it's a split backfield. I think Kendra Miller he will be splitting carries. Like minimum, I think it'll be a 50-50 kind of workload. Taysom, 6 carries for -1 yard. Taysom didn't look great. He didn't look super dynamic. It was good to see him out there, obviously, but you know, and I mean, you think about it too, like he had no training camp, he had no preseason, he had no nothing. He was coming off of a gruesome injury. So I think a lot of this was just knocking that rust off, kind of treating the end of this game as training camp, getting him carries when they could, which I thought was fine. The 87-yard touchdown for Shaheed gets him over the 100-yard mark. Olave was solid per usual, back to the high targets, 7 receptions, 59 yards, 11 targets. The rest of it was kind of whatever. I mean, Vele had a couple good catches in there. Jawan caught a Taysom Hill catch, which was nice to see. And then the defense. The defense stole the show. 5 turnovers. Kool-Aid gets his first and second interceptions of his career, which is good to see because, you know, he's been struggling this year, so it's good to see him get in the mix. 3 fumbles. Jonas Sanker was really, really good again. Sanker was fantastic in coverage. There was a couple of plays there where he was just perfect. I mean, like when Jalen Hyatt, when he was streaking down the field and Sanker had to find him and kind of, you know, boxed him out and then swatted the ball down. I mean, you can't ask for better than that. So Sanker was really good. Sanker, I mean, it's not even hyperbole or hyperbole, some of my friends would say, but Sanker is one of the best players on the defense right now. I mean, he is as consistent as it gets. So great draft pick there. Yeah, but and the Giants kind of did what we thought they would do. It was a lot of keep things in front of them as far as like run the football, relatively safe throws. I mean, it was a lot of tight ends, a lot of scatterboo, just dumping it off, things like that. A lot of screens, a lot of wide receivers in the flats. Dart, when he had to run. Now, I don't think, I'll tell you this, I'm not a doctor. I don't think Dart's legs are 100% because he had like 0 RPOs. And when he's fully healthy, all they do is RPOs. So the fact that he ran basically only when he had to tells me that he wasn't 100% and Daboll was kind of protecting him. But big win. Big win. Feels good. It was, just, it's a surreal feeling. I mean, honestly, after so long of winless and all of that, but it should be like today. Like, we can worry about the red zone offense and we can worry about groupie and we can worry about all that stuff tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like, that's a Monday problem. That's a Tuesday problem. That's a Wednesday problem. For the rest of this Sunday, be happy. Be thrilled. Dance in the street. Who dat chant. Do what you got to do. Finally, the Saints get their win. At home. The atmosphere is fantastic. People were ecstatic to have something to cheer about on the way back. Of course, we hit up the ice chest with the fentanyl-laced beer. Who the hell knows what year those beers are from? The 2019 LSU Bud Light aluminum can bottle thing. Always shocking to see, but they're always in those ice chests. Absolutely insane. I'm at a loss. It really is kind of crazy because it's so much. You're used to doom and gloom. This is bad. That's bad. Fire this. Can this. Trade this. Can we start Tyler Shuck and trade Spencer? Like, all that stuff. To see a win play out and just be like, you go through all week and you think, I don't know. I mean, the Saints kind of line up pretty well. The Saints line up pretty well in this matchup. This is a good spot for the Saints. The betting market, we went through the whole thing. We talked about it all week long. And then when everything just kind of comes together, it feels fantastic. It feels fantastic to see a plan come together. So, great win for the Saints. Great win for the city. Great win for the fans. No reeing. No ranting. None of that this week. I'm looking forward to it. Patriots at home next week. Then we go on the road to play the Bears. And then our first divisional game at home against the Buccaneers. Crazy. You don't play a divisional game until that late. But so we'll see how the Patriots look against the Bills. But, certainly a winnable game. And we'll be covering that all week. But we did it. We freaking did it, guys. It feels damn good. It feels damn good. A couple more news and notes. So in the Superdome, the chicken tender baskets are back. They are back. For the first time, they had chicken tender baskets. Now, they are way smaller than they used to be, but still, they're back. Is that why we won the game? Because the chicken tender basket's back? Possibly. Ladies and gentlemen, we did it. Get on down in them comments below. Thank you for watching. I hope you tailed on our betting preview. I hope you cashed all these tickets. Again, we were on everything across the board. This one was a clean sweep. So, feels effing good, man. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. And I will see you in the next video.